We have breaking news off the top of Denver 7 News at 11. I'm Jason Grenauer. There are a number of important closures we're monitoring right now, some connected to threats. Denver says all DMV offices will close early. Customers who get in line by noon will be served. It's not clear why the DMV is closing. Every branch of Denver's library system is closing because of threats overnight. The city is working with police to determine when those libraries should reopen. And in Commerce City, Adams City High School is closed because of a threat that was made on social media. Air Tracker 7 was over the empty school this morning when students normally would have been arriving. In a just released letter to families, the superintendent says that they are working with police and the FBI to investigate. She's asking families to have a talk today to make sure your kids understand threats of violence or bringing a weapon on campus will result in severe consequences. Also breaking, closing arguments are starting now in the case of Michael Close, the man who used an AK-47 to kill Isabella Thalas walking her dog near Coors Field in 2020. Close argued he's not guilty by reason of insanity. The shooting prompted the Isabella Thalas Act, which requires the owner of a missing or stolen gun to report it to police within 5 days. The gun used by Close was taken from a friend. And more breaking news. The New York Attorney General is suing former President Donald Trump and 3 of his children, alleging business fraud. This is connected to the investigation into whether the Trump Organization artificially inflated property values to bring investors on board, only to cut the values later for tax write-offs. Mr. Trump has dismissed the allegations, and he pleaded the 5th when he was deposed last month. Now to a live look at the stock market, where we see numbers still just slightly up as all eyes are on the Federal Reserve today with an expected announcement that could raise interest rates again, this time by as much as 1 full percent. That announcement could send that stock market tumbling. Employment to the housing market and pretty much everything we buy will likely be impacted. The Federal Reserve says the hike is needed to cool an overheated economy and eventually drive down inflation. So the big question, will the federal interest rate hike help curb inflation? We had an economics professor from Metro State University weigh in on that exact question.
And the main reason why it will not go down significantly is because in November and December, as you know, we all consumers go wild and crazy. We buy the presents, we spend a lot of money in shopping, and which obviously all that expenditure raises the price.
Economic forecasters say, like with many things, it's just a matter of time. Long term, the rate hikes are expected to slow down inflation. Digging deeper, another rate hike means it will cost you more to buy a new home. Colorado just landed on a list as the 5th most expensive state to buy a home. So even an interest rate increase of 0.75% will impact a family's mortgage by hundreds of dollars. Mortgage interest is hovering right now around 6%, and today's Fed announcement will push rates to their highest level since 2008. That will likely change your buying power. Realtors say buyers who could have afforded a $700,000 home in June may now be looking in the $600,000 range.
But a home is someplace you want to live, and you want to live there and enjoy it now. So we say, marry the home, right? Buy the home that you want, understanding that at some point, whether it's in months or years, you have the ability to refinance in so much as date the rate, meaning you can readjust it.
So, of course, we will be following the Fed's announcement and what it means for you throughout the day on air on our website, denver7.com, and on the Denver 7 Plus app for your favorite streaming device. Let's talk about the weather today, because if you stepped outside this morning, you knew something changed. Let's take a live look from our Lookout Mountain cam. Gray skies over much of the area. Denver 7's Katie LaSalle joins us now. Katie, the cold front is here. That rain still to come.
Yes, we're seeing some rain in spots, but here over the Denver area this morning, it's been cloudy skies. Temperatures are currently hovering in the upper 50s, but we are picking up some showers and storms over the northeastern plains. At this hour, you can see rain falling over I-76 just south of Sterling and in around around the metro area, a couple of sprinkles popping up right now near Firestone out to Aurora, but the rain really will intensify as we get into later on tonight. We are seeing moisture stream in more widespread over southwestern Colorado. We have moisture coming in from the south, a cold front over the northeastern plains, and we are looking at rain heavy at times into Colorado's mountains. Much of the western half of the state under a flood watch from now until at least Thursday at 6 p.m. So here's what it looks like on Futurecast. You can see we'll stay under a cloudy sky with a high around 65 degrees here in Denver by 3 o'clock. Showers and storms into our northern and central mountains, and then rain really moves in and over the I-25 corridor later on tonight. We'll talk more about the rain on the way for Thursday ahead of some warmer, drier air still to come.
All right, Katie, thank you. And a reminder, you can get 24/7 Colorado weather updates and live radar on your TV. Just download the free Denver 7 Plus app for your favorite streaming device. A Denver police sergeant is calling for changes at DPD. She claims that a culture of discrimination exists within the department. Denver 7's Jessica Crawford has more on those claims and the department's diversity efforts that are underway.
Sergeant Carla Havert says a lot needs to change here at DPD. She says that she was called an angry black woman and even told no one likes you by her superior. But she says that's really just the tip of the iceberg. Havert is a 24-year veteran of the Denver Police Department and the president of the Denver Black Police Officers Organization. She filed a Title VII complaint claiming she was punished and retaliated against for raising concerns about gender and race discrimination within DPD. This goes back to last September when she asked for an investigation into allegations of sexual harassment at the department. Havert says she was retaliated against and put on a performance improvement plan that she says offered no solutions on how to actually improve. The sergeant said she hopes the complaint results in a true acknowledgement from DPD about the accusations and an investigation by the EEOC into the department.
Well, I can tell you that this entire process, like I said, this has been going on a long time. This is not anything new. This department does not like powerful black women in positions. That's why we have none. We don't have any black women in powerful position. Now, we will have people claiming that they advocate on behalf of that, but you don't see that.
DPD didn't comment on Havert's situation directly, but it did make mention of various diversity and inclusion efforts that it's implemented here in the recent past. In Denver, I'm Jessica Crawford, Denver 7.
Out at DIA, more ticket counters are moving locations. Allegiant, American, British Airways, and Sun Country airline counters will be in different spots starting today. Several airlines have already moved. It's part of the Great Hall Project. There are new automated bag drops, and workers are building new security checkpoints right now. Well, we've all seen the air pollution and the haze in the metro area, especially over the summer. And now the state health department is working on new air quality rules. The goal is to protect communities of color, low-income residents, and communities already being harmed by pollution.
We are ready to learn and to deepen our understanding and change how we're doing our work. But we can't do that without hearing from communities. And so we're really excited for these conversations. How do we all take steps together to advance environmental justice and decrease these environmental burdens that communities are experiencing in their neighborhoods and in their daily lives?
The Environmental Justice Task Force is starting with 2 listening sessions. The first is tonight at Adams City High School in Commerce City, and online. You can learn more and give your feedback on the state health department's website. Well, the city is considering whether to hand over control of its premier park to a nonprofit. We're talking about Civic Center Park. Denver Arts and Venues and Parks and Recreation proposed shifting the area over to the Civic Center Conservancy. City agencies insist if it's passed, the park would still be public. Now, Civic Center often hosts temporary exhibits and major cultural events, but we've also covered the safety issues at the park, including drug dealing, drug use, and violent crime. The city shut down the park in September of 2021 to clear out homeless encampments. Tomorrow is the first day of fall, but if you enjoy music outside, Levitt Pavilion still has 4 free shows between tomorrow and October 1st. Levitt Pavilion is an amphitheater out at Ruby Hill Park in Denver.
We're not just putting on free shows, we're putting on really high quality free shows. In fact, we have the best sound system available worldwide. It's only used in 2 places, Levitt Pavilion Denver and Ed Sheeran's tour. It's the Meyer Panther sound system.
One more reason to rock out. You can get the concert schedule on the Levitt Pavilion website. And in addition to music, this Saturday there's free yoga. Denver 7 is a proud sponsor of the free concert series. Well, you could say this is a skier's dream come true. Loveland getting a new ski lift. These photos show towers for the new Lift 6, which had to be flown up the mountain yesterday. The lift was originally built back in 1977. It's being replaced with a new triple lift. Loveland says it will start making snow in just about 10 days and is expected to open for the season in mid to late October. Making a difference in your community. The Open Space here in Colorado looking for your help to protect the environment. And the local nonprofit helping Denver students make and meet their education goals.